Closed captioning provided by Duca Financial Services Credit Union. Discover more affordable banking at duca.com.
Welcome back. Listen Up has been looking at the phenomenon of social media. Online dating, it was once considered taboo, but not anymore. Recent studies indicate that 1 in every 6 marriages today are between people who met online. Our next story introduces you to a Canadian juggling champion and his bride who did just that. Here's Patricia Patty.
Twice nominated at the Canadian Comedy Awards, Canadian juggling champion, entertainer of the year, headlining hundreds of cruises and thousands of shows. Through his business, Comedy in Motion, Bob Cates has juggled, balanced, spun, and dazzled his way around the globe.
I know what you're thinking. This guy's good.
But his was strictly a one-man show until he met his now wife and business partner, Jane.
So just sit back, fasten your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride. Thanks.
All right, she's really excited. She just made Employee of the Month.
Thank you. Thanks.
For the 28th month in a row. Actually, we've been married about that long. We just got married about 2.5 years ago, both of us in our late 30s, after a long search all across the internet.
1 in 6 married couples today actually met online. You too are part of that statistic. Why did you begin the online dating experience?
I was convinced in my heart it wasn't wrong. So, and it was just not necessarily the way to meet people, but another way to meet people. And I was desirous of a relationship and to be married. I thought that that's who God made me to be. Although, you know, I walked through those doors of thinking, you know, it's possible that God could want me to be single for my life. And so working at being content with that too. So, but I realized, you know, maybe it's just another way to meet people that I know are interested in relationship as well.
It's an opportunity to meet or find people with the intention of finding a mate. I think we connected online on a Saturday. We had a phone call by Tuesday and a first date a week later on the Saturday following. So, and I think that's the ideal way, if possible. I had a lot of...
Why? Why is that ideal?
Because you need to get into the real world fairly quickly, because you can go back and forth on email answering questions, and you kind of can say the right things and make yourself look to have a different personality than you really do in real life.
I think what the social network does is that it breaks down walls for people that might not be very good at that face-to-face. There are, however, dangers, and I think that we are losing in the younger generation, I think, the ability to communicate face-to-face. And so that's why, you know, when you're actually looking to get involved in a relationship, to get it to the face-to-face level as quickly as possible is critical.
Their relationship moved quickly, they say, because there was a sense of ease, of rightness, and familiarity about things.
I guess after seeing what a wrong relationship is, all of a sudden when the right one came along, it was so easy.
Bob, speak to me for a minute about the gift that Jane is to you. His silence and emotion speak volumes. Theirs may have been a match that got a little help from social media, but they both say it was a match made in heaven.
Yeah, it's kind of, I call her my needle in a haystack. So somehow the Lord brought Jane along.
Well, you know, meeting Bob kind of off stage, so to speak, was a real treat because I'm kind of a little bit crazy and an extrovert, and I guess I kind of expected him to be a bit like that. And when we first met, he was this shy almost and just really tender and quiet guy that I was immediately attracted to, strangely, and I always thought I would fall in love with this gregarious guy who was like leader of some youth group somewhere and always doing crazy things. And although there is that side, he's definitely crazy on one side, but you know, obviously God knew what I needed.
Now, you've both mentioned how important it was to you to find someone else who believes in Jesus Christ. Why?
Well, because we're both Christians and defines who we are. I think marriage is hard enough with two people who are sinners and selfish, and without Christ, I don't know how much hope there is, because it's hard. I mean, not hard in the daily, like we haven't found it hard in that it's every day hard and hard to get along, because it's been wonderful and even easy. It's kind of embarrassing to say that, but it has been. And that's not anything that we do, but because Christ is the center of our home.
Today, their home includes another beautiful gift, their toddler son, Hudson.
It's, again, another miracle. I mean, even more amazing than a husband late in life is a baby late in life.
Here we go.
Especially when that baby gets into the juggling act, too. For Listen Up, I'm Patricia Patty.
When we return, why community is so important and how social media can help us maintain it. That's coming up in The Wrap.